Hello folks, long time no see I guess. It's been a while since I've done a video, but this is a pretty big pickups video here of stuff I've gotten over the past, heck, I don't even know how long it's been since I've done a video. But here's all the video game stuff I have, and the first thing here is a Club Nintendo Platinum Reward, and I've seen a lot of other channels show these off in more detail. Nice and Games did a nice little detailed look at it. There's some other channels that did as well. But it is the Nintendo playing card set. It says Nintendo on the back there. And I'll give you guys a quick look-see at some of these. And we've played some of these already. So some of them are out of order there. But it's nice. The Luigi's are Jacks. Princess Peach is the Queen, Mario is the King, and Bowser is the Joker. I would have actually changed it up a bit. What I would have done, and the aces have nothing, and I know aces aren't face cards, but here's what I would have done. I would have still kept Luigi as the Jack, Princess Peach as the Queen card, but I would have made Bowser the King's. King Koopa. That's what his original name was. So I would have made him the King, and then made Mario the ace, because only an ace trumps a king, and of course Mario always gets the best of Bowser in the end. But, you know, I digress. Of course, yeah, again, if you want to look at a more detailed look, I'll link to Nice and Games' look at the Platinum playing cards there. So thanks to Club Nintendo for that. Next up here, I've got some games that I found in the garbage, literally behind Gamestops. There's 2 Gamestops in my area, and I've tried them out on the systems they're for, and you'll understand, you know, that a couple of these I had to try out with some friends because I don't own a PlayStation 3, but there's the disc, and it does work. So Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes. I don't know if I'll keep this until I have a PS3. I might just try to, you know, maybe I'll trade it away or something. I don't know. I really have no idea. This one I won't trade away, and it works. Halo 3. How Halo 3? I will tell you, and I won't show it off because I know my disc won't show it. My camera won't show it. The disc is scratched all to hell, but somehow it actually loads up and it plays at least the early level, like the first level. I haven't played too far on it. Maybe the later levels won't work. I don't know, but at least the beginning of it actually does play, and that was free. I guess this is the point where I thank OK Chief 420 once again. 4 PSP games, 2 of which in the case, which would be NBA Live 09, and then it has the manual, and Madden 09, again with the manual. I guess the crappy sports titles for a dead system, they didn't want to keep those, was perfect. This one's a bit scratched up and did not have its case. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. And finally, the last one's not really a game, it's just a sampler disc, so basically a demo disc of different games. And then finally, a PS2 game I found as well. And this one had no scratches. I have no idea why they threw this away, but it's Tony Hawk's Underground, and I actually have Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I've been a big fan of the Tony Hawk series. You know, I got plenty of the Tony Hawk games, so what's one more, right? But, you know, probably would have never bought it, but finding it free is awesome. One game I found at a Goodwill, a launch title PS2 games, and I do like launch title PS2 games. This one from Sony themselves, it's Fantavision. Kind of a weird, just a weird game. There's the disc and the manual. That was $4 at Goodwill. And then this game was $2 at Half Price Books. My wonderful wife got it for me at the Half Price Books, and it is Centipede. And I do like myself Atari remakes on the PlayStation. And of course you saw the manual on the front. There's the disc. And in fact, this disc actually looks immaculate. Not a scratch on it yet. I'm sure I'll scratch it. I went to a new video game store down in Huber Heights, Ohio called Vax and Videos, and they call themselves Vax and Videos because they service and sell vacuum cleaners and then videos and video games. Kind of a weird mixture, and as far as I know, they also did U-Haul rentals from this place. It's almost like a store that will do anything to make a profit, which isn't a bad thing, really. But it was one game for the Atari 7800. It's called Cracked. I tried it out a bit. It would work better if I had the Atari XE gun, I believe. But with the controller, not really all that fun. Sadly, at least. And then today I went to my favorite game store, the Gamestop store down in Kettering, Ohio, and I've shown off this store before on my channel, and I'll link to the Gamestop store tour that I did down below. But I found 11 Atari 2600 games for exactly $20, and the reason it was exactly $20 is that's the limit my wife gave me. The guys at the counter knew it, and I had 10 games there that were, after tax, it was like 18 something. So they discounted the last game, which is actually the first game I'll show you because in alphabetical order it's the first. They discounted Bridge, which they had on sale for $3.99, down to $1.28, to then make it with everything else and with tax be exactly $20. Kudos to them for that. You don't know how happy that made me. Even though it is Bridge, I mean, it's not terribly exciting, but I will tell you, this label on here is, devoid of Actiplaque, and that's very rare, especially for an Activision game from 1980. One of their first, the first year they pretty much did games. This one was $1.99, Dolphin from 1983. That's from Matthew Hubbard. I don't know who that is. Bridge, by the way, is Larry Kaplan. At least we know who Larry Kaplan is, I hope. This one my daughter was very excited to see because she's really into fire trucks lately. So when she saw the fire truck on Firefighter, yeah, she kind of went nuts. That's a nice game to have there. This game is terrible, but it was 99 cents, so I picked it up anyways. It's one of those Mythicon games that when they went on sale originally, they were only on sale for $10. That ought to tell you how terrible of a game it was just by that. Firefly. And if you don't believe me that it's terrible, you need to go see Classic Game Room's review of this. I'll link that below too. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of links. I better remember them all. This game, it may be alright. I'm not sure yet. It's called Grand Prix, and it claims it'll have you racing in race courses like Watkins Glen and Le Mans. We'll see, I guess. It's a top-down racer, so it definitely plays a lot differently than, say, pole position will play. Oh yeah, here's an exciting one. International Soccer. Need it for the collection. Here's one that's actually surprisingly good, and I believe this was one of the first reviews, or closer looks, as he calls them, that Atari Leaf did on his channel. And I've actually been wanting to get it for a while, and I finally did. It's Real Sports Volleyball. Only thing wrong is that there's no end label, but that's okay. I'll keep this last game separate. There'll be one game I will show out of order. This next one here, they only had priced at 99 cents, and I thought it was more rare than that. Maybe it is. I really haven't seen it other than the GameStop store, but it is. I picked it up thinking that it's got to be somewhat rare, right? Strawberry Shortcake Musical Matchups. Well, I can at least use the excuse. I have a 3-year-old girl. Maybe she'll like it. I'm rattling a lot. Something tells me I probably won't get into that game too much. I am a baseball fan, but I probably won't play that too much. Super Challenge Baseball. And here's one I'm actually kind of excited to play from 20th Century Fox, the Games of the Century, Worm War 1, and whoever GM was, thank you for writing your initials on there. And it always seems like all my 20th Century Fox labels just start to kind of, go away. The last game I picked up is actually a game I already own, but I finally got the 6th different label variation for this game, at least the 6th major label variation, because I'm sure there's other variations that are, small, maybe based on copyrights or whatnot. Like copyright years, or if it was Atari Inc. or Atari Corp. But as far as major label variations, I got all 6, and it is, well, you guys probably recognize it already before I turn it. Space Invaders. And actually, as a little bonus here to my pickups video, I'll pick this up, and I'm going to show the 6 label variations there of Space Invaders. So, of course, you got the original Atari text label version and the Sears counterpart there. Then, of course, the Atari picture label version, and there's the Sears counterpart for that. And then later on they did a silver or gray label variation, and then finally, late in the Atari's life, a red label variation. So now I'm glad to have all 6. Of course, those 2 are the most rare, although, I say rare in relation to the other ones. They're not really all that rare. I mean, that one's probably one of the most common, between, these top 3 are probably the 3 most common. I see them all the time. I don't see that one too often, but I do see the other 3 all the time. I don't know why I never picked that one up before, but I finally did. And then I don't really see these 2 too often, but they're not really rare. I wouldn't call it rare. So there we go. That was my pickups video and whatnot. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I probably did. There's probably a game or 2 that I forgot that I picked up or something. Anyways, I am the Atari 7800 Junkie. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, folks. Wait, whoa. Hold the phone. I did leave something out. And I remembered it right as I'm doing my outro, so forgive me, folks, but there is one other thing I got, and it's in relation to that right there. That's right. Finally got myself a Game Boy player. Right there on the bottom of the GameCube. And of course, on the inside there's the Game Boy player disc. Because I still play my GameCube games through my Wii. So I'll be playing my Game Boy Advance games through my GameCube and my Game Boy Color. I'll still play my original Game Boy games on the Super Game Boy in the FC Twin there. But, yeah. Jeez. I just knew I was forgetting something. So, there we go. Alright, now I can say I am the Atari 7800 Junkie. Thank you all for watching. I hope I remember all the links. If I forget to link something, let me know. Because I'm sure I'll forget something. Until next time, folks, take care.